Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, we'll be discussing about salt. So before we dive in, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, like our page, and hit on the notification bell so that you get to be notified as we upload new videos. Now first, what are salt? Salt are irrational numbers. Numbers in square root are referred to as irrational numbers. So these are what we call salt. And before we dive in, we have to look into the rules of salt. And the rules of salt, the first rule says whenever you are having square root of n, meaning this is multiplication rule. If you are multiplying m by n, this is the same thing as saying square root of m times square root of n. Likewise, if you are dividing, square root of m over n is the same thing as saying square root of m all over square root of n. So we are taking the individual item in the square root. Each individual item is being taken here. So the first we'll be discussing after the rules of salt is addition and subtraction of salt. So looking at the first example, we are asked to add or multiply or simplify this square root of 16 times 25. So this is the multiplication rule in salt. So if you are multiplying root 16 times 25, this is the same thing as saying square root of 16 times square root of 25, applying the first rule of salt. So square root of 16 times square root of 25. We take square root of 16 first. Square root of 16 is 4 times square root of 25 is 5. So 4 times 5 give us 20. So this is the value if we are multiplying this type of salt. Another example, we are asked to simplify square root of 27 minus square root of 12 plus square root of 75. So now simplifying this, first, these are separate salt, and this has to do with addition and subtraction of two salt individually. So now to simplify this, I can say instead of writing 27, I can say this is the same thing as 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27, right? Then minus, instead of writing 12, I can say this is also square root of 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is also 27. Then plus, instead of writing 75, I can split this. I see 25 times 3. 25 times 3 is also 75. So now I can split this into using the first rule of salt. Splitting this one, I can say this is the same thing as root 9 times root 3 minus root 4 times root 3 plus root 25 times root 3. So now if you look at this, 3 is uniform all through, right? And square root of 9 is 3 times root 3. We have 3 root 3 minus square root of 4 here is 2 times root 3 will give us 2 root 3 plus square root of 25 here is 5 times root 3 will give us 5 root 3. So I can still simplify this further by factorizing what is common between these three items. What is common between the 3 is square root of 3. So when I factorize this, I will have root 3 outside into 3 minus 2 then plus this 5. So 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. So I have root 3 times 6. And this will give us 6 root 3. So this gives us the solution or the result of simplifying this problem. Root 27 minus root 12 plus root 75. So now, after looking at this, we will now have to look into conjugate of a salt. or rationalizing the denominator before we take into conjugate. If we are rationalizing the denominator, it means removing the irrational numbers from the denominator. For example, if I have a over root b, I'm asked to rationalize this value. To rationalize this value, it means to remove the irrational number from the denominator. And how do we do that? We simply multiply the denominator all over the denominator. You will believe with me that root b over root b is the same thing as 1. And 1 times this entity is the same thing as this entity. So mathematically, I didn't do anything. But I want to achieve something. So I must introduce something to achieve something. So resolving this will now lead us to removing the irrational value from the denominator. So this is rationalizing the denominator. So now using the real values, let me use the real number so that we understand better. If I have 1 over root 5 and I'm asked to rationalize this value, to rationalize means to remove the irrational number from the denominator. So now, to rationalize this, I will have to multiply by root 5 all over root 5. Root 5 over root 5 is 1. 1 times this entity is same thing as this entity. So I didn't do anything mathematically. So multiplying these entities, I'll have to multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So multiplying this, 1 times root 5 is the same thing as root 5. All over root 5 times root 5, I will have root 25. Right? And root 25 is 5. So I'll have root 5 all over 5. Root 25 is 5. So here I have successfully removed the irrational numbers, which is the sort, from the denominator by rationalizing the denominator. So next, after rationalizing the denominator, we'll be looking into the conjugate of a sort. What are conjugate of a sort? Suppose you have a plus b root c. This is a positive value, a plus b root c. Then the conjugate of this sort is the opposite of this value. The opposite of this value is a minus b root c. You just change the sign. So now, this a plus b root c is the conjugate of a minus b root c. So now, if we are taking the conjugate, it means we are changing the sign of every value we have. So, example, we were asked to simplify this 2 over root 5 minus 1. Simplify this 2 over root 5 minus 1. So to simplify this, we are going to rationalize the denominator by removing the irrational value at the denominator and at the same time taking the conjugate of this sort. So now we are to take the conjugate of this sort and multiply with it. So now the conjugate of 5 minus 1 is root 5 plus 1. This is the conjugate divided by the same thing, root 5 plus 1. So we are multiplying by the conjugate of this sort. So to multiply, we multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So now multiply this. 2 times 5 root 5, we have 2 times 5 root 5 plus 1 divided by multiply this and this, we have root 5 minus 1 times root 5. Sorry, this is root 5 plus 1. So we are multiplying these two entities together. We say 2 times root 5 will now give us 2 root 5. 2 times 1 we have plus 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Divide this by. Open this bracket. Root 5 times root 5 we have root 25. Root 5 times plus 1 we have plus root 5. Minus 1 times root 5 we have minus root 5. Minus times plus is minus. 1 times 1 is 1. So this is how we multiply. We multiply each term by the corresponding values. So here, I can write this as 2 root 5 plus 2 all divided by root 25 is 5. Plus root 5 minus root 5 is 0. This will go with this. So I have minus 1. This is the same thing as saying 2 root 5 plus 2 all divided by 5 minus 1 is 4. So I can still reduce this by saying this is the same thing as 2 into root 5 plus 1 divided by 4, such that 2 is common. I've returned it to this original value so that I can reduce these 2 will go with this 4 into 2 times. So the value here will now be left with root 5 plus 1 all divided by 2. So here we have successfully rationalized the denominator by taking the conjugate of this sort. So if you have any question, please don't forget to drop it on the comment section. And don't forget also, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, you can like, subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you get to be notified as we upload new videos. I will see you some other time with another exciting episode on Math with Control.